Nazinsky Island is a tragic tale of a poorly planned and horribly managed gulag during Stalin's Soviet Union regime. It earned the name Cannibal Island, or Island of Death. Anybody walking the streets of Moscow without any special passport was detained and deported, often unjustly with no warning, explanation, or fair trial to satisfy Stalin's quotas. In May 1933, around 3,000 prisoners landed on the island near Nazino. 27 prisoners were dead on arrival. They arrived with no clothes, no tools, no food, nothing. Not even a spoon or a sleeping bag. Prisoners got a few hundred grams of flour each, every 4 days. Prisoners mixed the flour with river water in their hats and ate it. Many tried eating the raw flour powder and suffocated to death. The prisoners fell victim to starvation, disease, violence, and harsh weather since they had no tools, food, or shelter. Those who didn't freeze to death at night were burned alive for sleeping too close to the fire. Anybody who tried to brave the harsh, icy river to try and escape would either just drown and die or be shot down by guards on the off chance they made it to the opposite bank. It didn't take long for prisoners at Cannibal Island to start killing each other out of desperation. Many corpses were discovered with missing hearts and livers, missing heads, genitals, and other body parts. Many corpses also had mutilated mouths because criminals beat prisoners with gold or silver teeth to extract them and exchange them with the guards for cigarettes. The guards would often shoot prisoners for fun and have sex with young female prisoners in exchange for bread. Some described women who were tied to trees, and while still alive, their breasts, calves, and other body parts were cut off and cooked. Theofila Belina, a resident of the village of Nazino, and her family took in a female survivor whose calves were cut off. "They did that to me on the Island of Death. Cut them off and cooked them," she said. An interrogated criminal said, "I only ate livers and hearts." He added, "It was very simple, just like shashlik. We made skewers from willow branches, cut it into pieces, stuck it on the skewers, and roasted it over the campfire. We only know this thanks to a communist instructor named Vasily Velichko, who visited the island without informing anybody after hearing rumors of the disaster. He interviewed locals after reaching Nazinsky in August and wrote an 11-page report to the Communist Party in Moscow. The grass was head high, but locals who went there to gather berries returned after discovering corpses in the grass and stick shelters full of skeletons. Vasily was awarded for the report he sent to Stalin by being fired from his job and kicked out of the party. His report was labeled top secret and buried in the archives of the Soviet Union. A few communist officials made attempts to correct this and evacuated the island. By August, at least 4,000 were dead or missing, and 2,200 were left of the 6,700 who were sent to the island. Many officials and guards in charge of the camps were given prison sentences of 1 to 3 years. Vasily's report remained hidden until 1994, 3 years after the collapse of the Soviet Union, and 61 years after he originally investigated the island. As morbid as the events of Cannibal Island were, it was only a small part of Stalin and the Soviet Union's reign of terror. When it was all said and done, his regime killed 20 to 30 million people.